Hey everybody, this is Antone from Antone Outdoors. So today I'm going to do a hike. It's the Robe Canyon Historic Trail. It's across the street there. Okay, Robe Canyon Historic Trail. Here we go. Those awesome trees. It started drizzling as I pulled in, but that kind of stopped. So I'm hoping it doesn't start pouring out because I didn't bring any rain gear. And this isn't the greatest sweatshirt for rain. It'll just get really saturated and heavy and just not be comfortable at all. So we'll see what happens. I am in the Pacific Northwest, so I should know better and be a little prepared for rain, and I'm not today. Let's do it. Oh, that's scary. Hikers have been seriously injured and killed as a result of accidental falls from the trail and gorge overlooks. All right, well, let's just be super careful, guys, because it's never a good day to get seriously injured or, even worse, killed. But that also tells me that it's going to have some killer views. Ooh, bad choice of words. It's going to have some really great views, though. That's what we're hoping for. Back in Duluth, I'd always hike the Lester Park hikes. Lester Park's a little park in Lakeside. That's a neighborhood of Duluth. And there was a sign back there. There's a place where people jump off a cliff back there. And it looks like it's fun and all, but people have died there, and that's not good. All right, do I go straight or turn? I turn. I'm using all trails here for you guys. So I'm new to the Pacific Northwest, as you guys know, and I'm finding all these trails, all these hikes I do off of all trails or from word of mouth. This one I found off all trails. Pretty steep down there. Wouldn't want to fall down there. If you guys have been watching my videos long enough, you know I fall. A couple times a year at least. So far, everything's downhill. Usually these hikes are all uphill to start out with. Okay, so I made it to the bottom of the hill. Not too winded right now because it was all downhill, but this is what we got going here. This is considered a moderate hike, so I'm going to imagine that pretty quick here we're going to start seeing some elevation going up. I'm definitely expecting a workout, and I haven't had it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's coming. I saw a makeshift tent back behind me a ways, I didn't feel comfortable filming it because I think it might be a homeless person's home. So I found that kind of strange because I'm out in the middle of nowhere. There's not a city that you can get into for food and whatnot very easily. So that kind of surprised me. Maybe some kids made it. I don't know. Big tree came down here. Geez, it buried itself right in the ground there. It's a lot of weight. Look at all the moss on that tree, on all these trees. Okay, I hear some water up ahead. Let's go. Almost sounds like a falls or something, but we'll see. Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Not quite a falls, but definitely running water. Looks like that's called the South Fork Stillaguamish River. Somebody lost their leash. All right, let's keep going. We're probably halfway through this hike, I'm guessing. Maybe just a little over halfway through. I don't know. They call this moderate, and it isn't moderate yet. So far, I'd call this one easy, so it must be like some straight up coming up or something. I don't know. And in the beginning, it said, be careful, people have gotten hurt and stuff. I haven't really seen anything that's dangerous or sketchy. Even those steep hills that we first came down, I feel like if I would have fell, wouldn't be dying there. It wasn't so steep that I'd keep going down. I would have stopped. So I don't know if I'm missing something. I kind of hope I am. I was looking forward to some steeper inclines and more elevation and all that good stuff. It's a beautiful hike, don't get me wrong. But I was looking for a butt kicking, and I'm not getting it yet. Maybe the moderate is all the hills we came down to get down here. Maybe it's a real slow burn going back up. I'm sure it is. Maybe I'll think differently when I go up. Maybe that whole beginning part's the moderate part. What do they say? Don't knock it till you try it. So I won't knock it then. So some of the stuff we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks is getting up in the mountains and doing some trout fishing. I'm trying to figure out where I can do that, where would be a good spot for that. So if anybody's got some recommendations for trout fishing up in the mountains, I'm not going to be using a traditional trout fishing pole. I'm just going to use a regular pole and maybe hook and bobber type of thing. Fly fishing is something I want to get into. I just don't have one. I don't have a pole yet, so I thought I'd use my regular pole. And I know back in Minnesota, there's a lot of people that fish trout with a hook and bobber and do really well. So if you guys have any ideas for me, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll check that out. Also, if you're from around the area, where do you recommend me go for fishing gear and all that kind of stuff? I'm in Linwood, Washington, but I don't mind going within an hour or so. All right, let's see if we can do this without falling. All right. Okay, got to a cool spot here. I'm almost at the end of the hike. We're really close. There's like a steel beam down there. Who knows where that came from? This is obviously the sketchy part where you could fall. I still don't think it'd kill you, but the risk would be low unless you hit your head or something. All right, let's just see what we got going here on good old all trails. All right. Yeah, a lot of loose rock and stuff, so I get it. Somebody made this foundation here. That's an old wall that somebody put up there. There's rebar sticking up out of the ground. Another piece of steel. It's gorgeous back here. Okay, so we're at the end of the hike here. I think originally the hike went further, but they've got these signs up. You can't go any further, the trail's closed. This is the section where people passed away, and it's just really sketchy right now to go further down. So we're not gonna, we'll heed their warnings and not do it, but I thought I'd show you this. This is pretty cool. There's a little waterfall coming from way up there. Then it just makes its way down to the river there. So that's the end of our hike. So what do you guys think of this new, whoa, the rocks are super slippery. What do you guys think of this new area I've been hiking in? The Pacific Northwest compared to my Minnesota hikes. A little different, huh? First of all, there's way more trails to choose from. The trails are harder, but all that hard hiking leads to better views, and I think that's amazing. So yeah, I love it. Just wonder if you guys are, if the camera is showing what I'm seeing as well as I'm seeing it, because this is beautiful. Look at these big trees and the big rocks. It's just insane how beautiful it is. Why would anybody want to live anywhere else? I've always said, if I had to choose between the mountains and the ocean, I would pick the mountains. Now I'm in a place where I have both, and I haven't even went to really look at the ocean too much. So I just want to be up in the hills, that's it. Maybe at some point I'll either buy a house or some land way up in the mountains. So anyway, guys, this is the end of the hike. Like I said, I'm gonna shut the camera down and make my way back to the vehicle. We'll have to see you guys in the next video. So everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Oh, I think, is it a Memorial Day today? It's Monday. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hope you got the day off and you're enjoying it. Doing some grilling. Hopefully the weather's good where you're at. And yeah, I'll get out and do another hike this week. We'll see you guys later.